What is going on, guys? This your boy, the MC Tam 1 to the V side, Tan Tiger 01, keeping Gold Dragon. Make sure to hit that like button, that subscribe button, follow me on Twitter, Tan Tiger 01, Twitch at MC Tam 1. Hit that bell notification button and follow me on Instagram as well. I'm here to give you my thoughts on the Asia Cup 2018 overall. As far as what I have seen in terms of competition, this was the best one yet. Hands down, this was the best one yet. See, ODI cricket needs close calls and good competitive cricket like this. To make for good television, it needs this type of competition, and also instead of caving into this social media pressure bullshit, right? That you can't even look at somebody the wrong way. You can't even stare at somebody, otherwise there's something equivalent to stare rape charges or some bullshit like that. Let them off the leash a little. Let them talk smack. Let them talk smack to each other in the media and whatnot. Let them take shots. Listen, now you have to stop being in the business of protecting the pseudo integrity of the game. It's a pseudo gentleman sport and all that bullshit. Yeah, stop decorating the facade. Stop decorating the facade that nobody wants to see. By cleaning it up even more, which makes when some of the people are actually attracted to the dirt, to the dirt and the shit talking and whatnot. Stop trying to make it so clean cut and porcelain white, and start doing something that actually sells. Let me give you a very good example. Why do you think these are completely different sports, but there is a matter of appealing to the casual audience and appealing to much more of a crowd? Why do you think a lot of these boxers and MMA fighters, why do you think the fight is so hyped, and why do you think there's so much interest in them? When it comes to MMA, look no further than a McGregor and whatnot. It's because of a lot of things. There's the talent and the ability as well, but there's a lot to do with what they actually talk about and how they talk before the match, in the media, in the press conferences and whatnot. Maybe that sort of talking would have made it even better, but overall the cricket was very good. There are two things that stand out positively in this tournament. One, Afghanistan. Every time I see them, they seem to be getting better. They still have a lot of mistakes that they're doing, but that will hopefully smooth itself out, hopefully level itself out through experience. That will hopefully be rectified through experience, because the type of mistakes they're doing, a majority of them are through lack of experience. So I can't and apparently there's the Afghan Premier League. Hopefully that does wonders for them, and hopefully they find new talent that way. Hopefully they don't go the route of Pakistan, where they have Pakistan Super League, and then you have a few people having a few bursts of performances here and there, and then they just fall off the radar. And then, and then you have the controversial Mickey Arthur or controversial coach come up and say it's his way or the highway, or some sort of shit like that. let's hope that doesn't happen, and let's hope Afghanistan only moves forward, because the progress of Afghanistan, it can only benefit cricket in the long run. Yeah, they don't have that much drawing power, but I still feel in a way, they can provide some very good TV cricket. Like when I mean drawing power, I mean stadium drawing power. The second positive, and this is one of the biggest ones that came out of this tournament, the fighting spirit of Bangladesh. The fighting fucking spirit of Bangladesh. It came out today that Shakib Al Hasan was playing with not only an injured little finger, but an infected little finger. To the point where had he waited a few more days, this infection would have rendered his wrist useless. It started from the base of his little finger, or in his little finger to, all the way down to his wrist. Personally, I'm not too sure how an infection can set in after so long, but stranger things have happened in biology. Much stranger things have happened. But yeah, if I were the BCB, give Shakib all the time give him the rest of the year off. Give him until February. Give him off until February. Because we need fit as much fit as possible Shakib for the World Cup and the assignments just prior to the World Cup. This will not only give an opportunity for a lot of the youngsters to perform, but this will put pressure on those youngsters to perform. Like I said, the fighting spirit of Bangladesh. Tamim Iqbal, gone. Shakib, gone. Mortaza, picked up an injury. Mustafiz had a bit of a niggle. Mushfiqur Rahim played with a fractured rib. Yet, they lost the match only at the very last delivery of the tournament. So once again, thank you, Bangladesh. You are welcome, the rest of the cricketing world, for my team, Bangladesh, providing such captivating cricket for the majority of the tournament. And also, a lot of credit goes to Afghanistan as well. Hong Kong had their moment, really had their moment. And this goes to show you, the associate nations can also have their day in cricket, and also can provide some good television in terms of cricket viewing, and also can provide some good competition against some of the other teams. Well, now let's talk about the disappointments. The biggest disappointment was Pakistan. I'm sorry, I have to say this. The absolute biggest disappointment was Pakistan. The show Game On Hai, the host made some very good comparisons in terms of statistics, where it showed that the Pakistani spinners picked up the fewest number of wickets and were the most expensive in terms of average. The Pakistani wicketkeeper batsman was one of the worst in this tournament, especially amongst the prominent South Asian sides, or at least in people who made it to the Super 4 or whatnot. And Pakistan's pace attack, listen, this was a very, very bad tournament for Mohammad Amir to fall out of form. The fact that Mohammad Amir fell out of form tells you that people have started to figure him out. And when people start to figure you out and you don't figure that out yourself, then it is so bad in modern cricket that your career might be on the line as an international player. A lot of times it has happened to a lot of cricketers. Let me give you an example. Like, like, look, you you had people like Bilal Asif and whatnot, and Abdul Rahman. What happened to Abdul Rahman? Because Abdul Rahman, like, yeah, he had that one good performance against England, Australia, and Dubai and whatnot, where on a turning wicket, he did not turn the ball. He did not turn the ball that much. A ball that pitches on fourth or fifth stump and spins back and hits off in middle on that much of a turning wicket, that is not big turn. I don't know what you call big turn. That is not big turn on a turning wicket. On a turning wicket, what Shakib Al Hasan did, not once, but a few times, even with the white ball, what Shakib Al Hasan did, from that angle, pitching the ball on leg and making it spin back to hit the top of off, that is big turn in modern day cricket. So hopefully Amir can come back from that and Pakistan can sort out their pace attack, their entire cricketing infrastructure problem, like from the top to the bottom. It's to the point where I believe even their fielding coach actually resigned, calling the PCB stupid and whatnot. In terms of India, the negative was their pace bowling has fallen. I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm a bit of a fan of Bhuvneshwar Kumar's bowling because he gets that late swing, and he gets that swing from a good length to generate so many edges and so many leg befores. He was not doing that consistently and successfully in this tournament. I'm a bit disappointed with him. Jasprit Bumrah, yeah. He's turning out to be more of a whatever bowler, but it's mostly India's fielding and batting that actually won India matches in this tournament. It's not necessarily their bowling. Yuzvendra Chahal and Kuldeep Yadav, they did their thing. I'm not saying that they were phenomenal at it, but they did a pretty good job. And you obviously have Ravindra Jadeja, who apparently made a comeback and some shit. So that was the negative. And another negative was the scheduling. The scheduling was horrendous. First of all, who the fuck plays cricket at this time of year in the Middle East, beginning to end of September? Who the fuck plays cricket at such a hot weather with so little time for recovery? When you have back-to-back matches, when you have simulcast ODI matches, two ODI matches happening at the same time. And you only have 6 teams. Are you kidding me? So the scheduling was a big problem. Long behold, who were supposed to host this tournament and who chose this tournament as the neutral venue? The BCCI. The BCCI are not without their problems, and they, to be honest, a lot of them are riding high on, first of all, the size of the Indian population and the success of their team. They're riding very high on that for quite some time. Hopefully they can resolve their issues, and hopefully after some time, the next time they get a tournament, they can make one that's not biased towards them in terms of scheduling. Because listen, even if India had lost, the fact that the tournament was scheduled in a way where India got some advantages a bit more than the other teams in terms of playing. Could not be denied. They're the host nation and whatnot, but this is the Asia Cup. This is not a home series with 5 other teams. This is an actual tournament. Like, it comprised of all Asian teams. If it were me, I would host the Asia Cup like once again, like maybe in Dubai, Sharjah and Abu Dhabi, but around January, right before the PSL. But that's about it. You had individual performances, you had good bowling attacks, you had very close matches. It goes to show you that I don't think you even had a single 300 score. It goes to show you don't need 300 scores to have good cricket. You don't need 300 scores to even have a good cricketing tournament. So that's about it. Let me know what you guys thought about the Asia Cup overall in the comment section below. As always, hit that like button and subscribe button and hit that bell notification button. This is your boy, the Entertainment One, the V side, the Bengal Dragon, signing out.